G.I. Joe action
pre-show.
figures.
We're live. Yep. Oh man, yeah. Christmas right around the corner, so I can't buy shit, man. Everybody's talking about the His tank that shipped. His tank was like $300. They're selling it for twice that. And I'm in this Facebook group, and it's just, oh my god, it's so funny them going back and forth, with that shit. But last show of the year, because of the way the stupid holidays fall this year, we're all going to be busy, doing holiday stuff. So,
Yep.
Right? I mean, that's right, Taylor, right?
Yeah, well, it's Christmas Eve and Christmas Day on our 2 normal nights, so yeah, we're definitely not doing shit next week.
Yeah, but I mean, do we want to do like a New Year's Day thing?
Oh, sure, yeah, I don't have a problem.
Okay,
I think that's Day one.
Yeah. New Year's Eve, no, I'm gonna have I'm probably not even. I'm gonna party for sure, but my partying is sitting on the couch, drinking with my old lady.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, drinking with my old lady, but we're bound to have little kids here. You know what I mean? Hanging out, and I'm not gonna be able to do shit then. I feel really bad because of the weird schedule and cancellations I did in December. I mean, we talked to Dave, like, I can't remember the last time he was on a fucking episode. He was supposed to get here tonight, but work screwed him over.
Yeah.
But that's what they do, isn't it? That's what they do. And then they're like, oh, sorry, we shit on you. Here's some money. Thanks a lot. I needed that to eat. All right, let's do the show. Let's do the damn thing. There are a lot of books this week, for sure. They're dropping a load on us at the end of the year. Oh, I don't need to hit that yet. This is the last Christmas one.
Just goes home before things get worse.
Extra long.
How could they get any worse? Take a look around you, Ellen. We're at the threshold of hell.
I'm literally watching that like right now. It's on in another room.
It is a classic. Yeah.
It is classic.
You know what I want for Christmas?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I love that. It's so wrong. Where's the Tylenol? That's the one I should have got. Where's the Tylenol? Next year. Greetings, geeks. Welcome back. Another episode of This Geek in Comics, Outright Geekery's comic book shit talk show. Gomer Taylor and Andy hanging out. Hello. Oh, man. There it goes. Just remove that. We're just going to bust right into it. There are a lot of books this week. Yep. Yeah, there are a lot of books this week. I just can't get over how much they're throwing at us. But anyway, let's do it. And it's like all together. I don't know. It's like Batman was last week, but now it's like with fucking everything except Transformers. Animal Pound, #1. This is probably the big book, maybe of the whole week. At least for me anyway. It's Tom King and Peter Gross retelling Animal Farm in a new age where they're all at the dog pound, the Humane Society or whatever. Looks really fucking cool. I had a preview of it. I haven't read the whole thing yet, but it looks great, dude.
Doing graphic novel sequels or reimagining of Animal Farm is all the rage these years,
Yep.
It is, man. It is. I mean, it's it's
such
timeless,
Yeah, it's such a great book. It's such a great movie. Such a just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Reimagine it.
Yeah. It is one of those classics. I mean, that's what they mean when they say classic. You can always redo a classic. But a couple cool covers for that. Everything else from Boom is pretty good. Hunt for Skinwalker #4, Lotus Land hits issue #2. That's actually the end of the Hunt for Skinwalker book. Sorry. And then, yes, Rare Flavors #3 of 6. This has been a surprise book for me, man. Ram V is writing this weird horror tale, but I'm not even sure. It's almost, remember that show, The Hitcher? Does anyone remember The Hitcher? It was like a TV show where there was like one guy like telling all these like stories, kind of like Twilight Zone style. But
it was more
down to earth. Yeah. The stories were way more down to earth. But this is kind of like that meets like Gordon Ramsay. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or Anthony Bourdain, probably better.
It's what if you made a Faustian deal to make good food?
Yeah. It's really fun, dude. It's surprising. And there's recipes like in there, kind of. It's really fun, dude. It's really fun. And the art is fantastic. But so pretty damn good week from Boom Studio. There's at least 2 books in there that I'm really looking forward to. But DC Comics, fucking A. All right, first, Batman Off-World #2, definite read for me. You know, Aaron killed it with that first issue. It's so off the wall, stupid, but Batman is still just so cool, no matter how much
Yeah,
his
like,
back's
it's
against the wall.
yeah, it does speak to like how talented Jason Aaron is as a writer, because like Batman is getting his ass handed to him the entire fucking book, but he still feels like a badass because it's like,
Yeah,
as you can feel like the methodical, like, you know, like the slow burn that, like, you know, when Batman turns this around, it's going to be fucking amazing, you know?
yeah, and that's another good thing, an angle to that Jason Aaron's writing. He's like playing up to the fact that everybody knows Batman is going to get out of this. You know what I mean? There's no two ways about it. Batman is going to overcome. It's more of showing how just resilient, you know, and I don't know.
Yeah, like, even though all this shit is happening to him, he feels in control of the situation.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, for sure. Batman Santa Claus Silent Night, issue #3. This is a weekly, all month.
They
This
are
has been great.
churning this thing out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weekly. It's weekly.
Yeah. Which
So,
makes
yeah, this
sense.
is-
They want to have it all
yeah.
out like around Christmas. So.
Yeah. It's also, I think, a better way to sell a Christmas book.
It is, and honestly, I wish they would take this approach with more holiday books, where like you get it all ready to go for a weekly rollout, so that, like, you know, you get all your Halloween books in October. You get all of
Yes.
your like
Yeah.
Christmas books or whatever.
Some did that in October. Some publishers did that. I don't think it was Marvel or DC, but they had weekly, you know, scare-a-thon books or whatever. World's Finest hits issue #22. That's been okay. Catwoman hits issue 60. Green Lantern War Journal #4. I really cooled on this book. I think I should try to get back into it. I don't know. Steel is in this issue. That's pretty fun. But yeah, I don't know. Harley Quinn, Black White Red wraps with issue #6. Hawkgirl wraps with issue #6. Jay Garrick the Flash hits the midpoint with issue #3. I haven't really been a fan of this book either. It's just been okay.
It's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I probably like the Alan Scott and the Sandman book a bit better, but
Yeah, for
I haven't.
sure.
I've enjoyed this for what it was, but yeah, it is like the least of the trio here.
Yeah. Interesting sort of book here. $6 for Joker and Harley Quinn Uncovered. Now, this is just a collection of famous covers. Here's probably, I have this actually on a t-shirt. Am I wearing that shirt? No, I actually have this on a t-shirt. You know, that's beautiful. Like,
Yeah, that is that's one of the most iconic covers for both Harley and the Joker. You know.
yeah, very nice. But then there's a bunch of others. You know, they got this. I think that's a Derek Chew cover. They got, you know, just a bunch of variant covers for this book that is just filled with different
variant covers for this book of covers. Yeah.
Yeah. This is actually a really nice one. I'm not sure if this was even on any other issue. This might be like an original, but that's really cool. That's a fun cover, man. Like the broken glass, just yeah. Anyway, it's fucking great. All right, probably, I don't know. This is definitely up there for event, quote unquote, event of the year. I'm not even sure you could call it an event. But Justice League versus Kong versus Godzilla, issue #3, $6 for this damn book. Oh no, is it? No, it's $5. It's $5.
Yeah,
$6
they
for
charge
the
an extra
variants.
$1 for the variants. Yeah.
But yeah, that's a cool book. That's been a whole lot of big stupid fun. Green Arrow is like on like Skull Island now. That's gonna be rad.
Yeah, that was a good way to like take a character who has no business fighting a kaiju and also make it thematically appropriate. You know, he's like on
Yes.
another like deserted
He's
island.
the island guy. He's the island guy. Yeah. JSA #8 of 12. This book just keeps on trucking out. I really need to catch up on this damn book. You're still reading this, Taylor? You're still enjoying this?
Yeah, I enjoy this a lot.
Yeah. Nightwing. Whew. Man, I told you there's a lot of books. Hits issue #109.
Oh, I love that cover.
Yeah, that is a fantastic cover, especially with this whole arc where it's been, you know, pirate related. He's in the water and stuff. But yeah, that is a great fucking cover. Jamal Campbell also has a cover that's like all piratey. It looks great. They're doing a lot of variants for that. And the Aquaman cover, you know, obligatory. But yeah, Nightwing has been fantastic. Up there for one of the best series, you know, of the year. It's never a bad read. Superman hits issue number 9. Super armor. He needs super armor now. I guess that's okay. He's working with a company. You know, what else is the company going to do but build him some toys? I love this variant. This is a
that's
Deodato Jr. Yeah. It's actually an Aquaman Lost. Oh, no, that's not the one I wanted. Oh, yeah. It is the Michael Janin, sorry, Santa variant.
The Santa cover,
Harkening
that's
back to
amazing.
Action number 1.
Okay,
Oh,
so
that is fucking
I love
rad.
the homage. I love the imagery. So much so that I'm willing to overlook why the fuck is Santa doing this to his own sleigh?
Yeah, no shit.
It's
I mean,
Santa.
this is one of those.
There's reasons.
Maybe it's the Grinch's
Yeah.
sleigh or something. I don't fucking know.
This is one of those covers that gets put like in its own box with the Christmas decorations, you know, and comes out and is part of my Christmas decorations. I have
Lots of
several
great
covers
touches
that
there from like the
Yeah.
that I don't remember that thing they did a few years ago. It was like a Superman anniversary issue where like they actually told like a follow up story for the guy
Yes,
on
to
the
that
cover
green
there
car.
running away screaming. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
Yeah.
really good. I thought
that was
but,
cool, dude. I think that was actually in Action 1000.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
I
cool
couldn't remember
story,
which of
dude.
like the Superman milestone things it was, but you're right,
Yeah.
it was Action 1000.
That was a dope story. That was so fun, dude. All right, Titans Beast World Tour Central City number 1. These have actually been pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I've been
They-
overlooking these. This was one of those things where like I don't think I'm going to get all the tie-ins for this, but I guess I've been missing out because apparently the Metropolis and the Gotham ones were both pretty good.
The Metropolis one leaned into Dreamer and Waller pretty hard. It was the first one, but that Gotham one, I mean, the first story in that streamed right out of Beast World number 2 where Batman gets all wolfed out. Fantastically done by Chip Zdarsky, just so well done. So yeah, I'm going to read the hell out of this.
It'd be good to
Speedsters get infected. That sounds cool.
Good to see Wally West doing his thing in Beast World now.
Oh, dude, I
kind of do like how they're not going like for the really obvious animal transport. Like they didn't make Batman a bat, you know, they made him into like a werewolf. So I'm hoping that we see this and like it's not like, you know, all the Flashes are cheetahs or something, you know.
No, they'll do something different. It'll still be like a fast animal or something. What if one was a turtle, like a fast fucking turtle?
Or a sloth. Make one of them
Yeah,
a sloth.
a sloth. Make one of them a sloth. Just go
that would be funny. I'd like
total
that
other way. But again, this is an anthology with stories from the Beast World event that are set in different cities. And this one is Central City. And it's been fun. It's been a whole lot of fun. Finally, geez.
There's so many
Wonder
books.
Woman number 4. Love this series. I can't wait to see where King's going to go next. I'm almost tired of the first arc already. I'm kind of like, okay, you've got me. You didn't need a whole arc. Let's do it. You know, let's get on with the story now. But
I mean, she has spent every single issue so far just like giving that Sergeant Steel guy a swirly.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
I mean, really.
I think she has thoroughly like emasculated the guy enough that maybe we could move on at this point. But this has been a real hoot. I've enjoyed the hell out of this so far.
Yeah. Beautiful Bruno Redondo cover.
Oh, nice.
Oh my goodness. It's like almost like a stained glass window sort of look.
Well,
to
no,
it.
it's like an ancient
tiles.
It's like a mosaic that you would see in like a Greek ruin, you know?
Yes, that's exactly it. That is freaking cool, man. That's Bruno Redondo. I think he was our favorite artist of the year last year. Just teasing that.
Oh, for sure. I mean, just for that montage episode, that like a continuous action sequence for Nightwing alone, he was.
Oh man, yeah. What was that issue like 102 or something crazy?
Or was
like
last
that?
year the first person? He's done multiple like amazing, like concept art books for Nightwing. You know, he did the montage one. He did the first person view one.
Yeah. That was fun too, man. Yeah, very good creative stuff. Yeah. All right, moving on to House of Ideas. Marvel's got Alien number 2. We're going to have to get through these a little quicker. Amazing Spider-Man number 40. Gang War tie-in. I'm out on Gang War. It's boring. It's boring.
I've been out on Spider-Man. I never started Gang War, so
yeah. It's boring, dude. It's just bad. There's actually a Spider-Man number 40 does have a dope Peach Momoko Nightmare variant, they're calling it. That's gorgeous.
Well, I mean, it's Peach Momoko, so of course it is.
I know. Cover artist of the year easily. Astonishing Iceman number 5. I'm pretty sure this is the final issue of this. Almost makes me want to read it.
Yeah, I think they're all doing just 5 issues each for these. You know?
Some of them are doing 4, but yeah, I think this one was one that was doing 5, and I want to see what happens because he's technically still fucking dead. His Inhuman boyfriend is keeping him alive.
Yeah, his Inhuman boyfriend kind of like manifests his ghost. Not literally his ghost, but like he is like the only thing keeping him on this weird like limbo life state that he's in right now. Yeah.
It's very weird. It's very weird. Cap Wolf and the Howling Commandos, number 3.
More fun than it has any right to be, honestly.
Yeah, very fun book.
Can't go wrong with Werewolf Captain America.
Yeah, who doesn't love a Werewolf Captain America? He's great in it too. He's so fun. It almost reminds me of like the Beast World thing. That's where Cap needs to be.
Yeah, and it's just a good World War II story too, which is always cool to see. Like these pulpy old Cap stories, you know.
Yeah. Daredevil Black Armor number 2 continues that. Sabretooth is showing up. That's fun. Doctor Strange hits issue number 10. Gods number 3 for $5. I almost forgot this book was even a thing. It came out like in the middle of November, issue number 2, I'm pretty sure. And it's just taken a while for this issue to come out.
It's about a month and a half rotation for this book, it seems. But each issue has been really good. Like,
it's been
it's worth
really
the wait.
Fun.
Yeah.
Hickman just pours on that Hickman in this series. You know, it's the most Hickman book that's ever been Hickmaned, I think. Hawkeye by Fraction and Aha Omnibus for $100.
I don't know if I pay $100 for it, but that is a good run.
It's fantastic. It's also collecting Young Avengers Presents number 6.
Is that the debut of Kate Bishop?
I actually think it's the first team up between Kate Bishop and Clint.
Yeah. Well, I guess she wouldn't have shown up in an issue number 6. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. But no, I mean, if you haven't checked out this run, you probably should check it out in some form or another. Although
best
I don't know
Hawkeye run ever. It's by far. There's not even an argument.
I was about to like try to think of like other storied Hawkeye runs, and I literally can't think of a single one. So
yeah, I don't know if I can either.
If you enjoyed the Hawkeye series that came out a couple years ago, that borrowed a lot from this run, like the Tracksuit Mafia and stuff like that. So
the show,
Pizza Dog,
some of it, it's just like that car chase is almost like page for page on some of that stuff. You know, screen to page adapts. It's almost like perfect. But funny fact about that show, the showrunner actually hired Matt Fraction on as a consultant so he would get paid. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made any money off of that show. Just FYI. Anyway, moving on. Hulk hits issue number 7. Incredible Hulk. Great Peach Momoko cover here. Philip Kennedy Johnson is doing some great stuff on this. You know,
Peach Momoko, I think Peach Momoko is underappreciated for her body horror artwork that she does every now and
she
then.
definitely is. That leans right into a lot of those, Western myths and stuff too. You know, a lot of that.
That one issue that she just did of Scarlet Witch had a lot of like her body movements that she did on it was just so amazing.
Yeah, she's just fantastic, dude. But
this book itself is good. I've been enjoying a lot about Philip Kennedy Johnson's. It's basically just like a Monster of the Week type of format so far. Like he spends like 2 or 3 issues fighting either like Appalachia Cthulhu or like Nightmare Swamp Monsters. But this has been a real hoot. I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
I mean, the glut of good, incredible Hulk stories we got. We had the Ewing run, and that went into the Cates run. Say what you will about that, it was fucking fun. I'm sorry it got.
Cates run was a lot of fun. It was a good pivot away from the more cerebral like horror aesthetic that Ewing was going for.
Yeah,
that Immortal Hulk run though, that was maybe the best Hulk run ever.
Yeah,
it's been a few years since it ended now, so I think it's definitely my favorite, and it's definitely a contender for just objectively best.
Man, there might be some Peter David stuff.
Peter David stuff is a contender.
Greg Pak did some stuff. You know, he did the whole World War Hulk,
Planet Hulk, and everything like that.
Hulk.
That was a fun run. Well, he did both.
Planet Hulk so fucking much, dude. It's so good, so damn good. But no,
I like how you said we need to get through these quicker, and we're like really plotting along.
Yeah, I know we're taking more time. Original X-Men number 1. This is kind of weird. It's Christus Gage, which is fine. It is Greg Land, which is also okay, I guess. Some of it looks, the art is definitely Greg Land, but I mean, he's the best tracer in the fucking world, but he's still better than, anybody else. So this is sort of like a retelling sort of thing. They once traveled into their own futures and reset the course of history. Now another multiversal mystery calls them forth. When the dust settles, one hero will remain trapped in the world as we know it, with shocking surprise guests and heart-pounding twists and turns. So that sounds like they are sort of, I guess, digging up the lead, the opposite of bearing the lead. They're saying that These X-Men are
Yeah,
from
they
a
kind of
different.
just gave away the
Yeah.
twist there in the description there. That's
Yeah.
that's
So-
peculiar.
Don't you just love when they do that?
I guess it's they're trying to get people to buy the book, so it's like, oh well, I'm more interested now, which maybe that'll work. I don't know.
I mean, I am, but yeah, I'm not sure. Rom and the X-Men Marvel Tales, the reprinting that was fun. $8 though, that's a lot for a reprint. Spider-Boy issue number 2, Star Wars Darth Vader, Star Wars Dr. Aphra, both still leaning into the Dark Droid stuff. We do get the Star Wars
Oh yeah,
Revelations.
we're gonna be doing the Dark Droid stuff for like another
Till-
6 months minimum. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think it's that long. I think it ends in
I know
January.
I'm exaggerating, but these Star Wars events,
They
like,
last forever, dude.
they put out dozens of issues for these events. You know?
Yeah. I guess they know that everybody who buys Star Wars buys all the Star Wars.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
could see that. I could see that.
Star Wars is that same kind of demographic that X-Men is, where like you could easily just get X-Men stuff, and you could easily just get Star Wars stuff.
Batman is like that now, or been
Batman is
for
like
a
that
while.
now. You're right.
Yeah. Star Wars Revelation, it's an anthology sort of thing. I got a story about Thrawn in there, got a story about Jabba in there, Vader, Mace Windu. That might be cool. That might be fun. High Republic hits issue number 2. Superior Spider-Man hits issue number 2. I think this is the book I'm looking forward to the most, though, this week. Even with Gods coming out. The end of Uncanny Avengers.
This has been perhaps my favorite of the Fall of X tie-ins.
Yeah. It's top tier, dude. It's great.
Now, not to toot our own horn, but I think everyone guessed the identity of Captain Krakoa a long-ass time ago.
Yeah.
But it's still been a fun story. It's still been a lot of really kick-ass action. It's been a lot of great character dynamics. And yeah, now we get to watch them beat the shit out of this fucking Nazi,
I like Stevel. I think he's a cool villain.
He's a fun character. He is a compelling character.
Remember when he debuted and it was like Hail Hydra?
I fucking despise that.
Oh my god, everybody hated
that. Well, a savvy comic reader would have known at the time that there's no way that's going to stick. There's no way this isn't going to be some sort of like bait and switch gimmicky type of thing.
Right.
But it was still such a shitty way to treat a character who's like, whole thing is opposing that very idea.
I know. It was weird, dude. It was weird. The memes that came out. Oh, it was heyday. Uncanny Spider-Man hits issue 5.
But like, as just like a villain for Captain America, he's a good concept. Sure. I just like
exactly.
the way that they rolled him out was shitty.
They dropped the ball. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And Wolverine hits issue number 40.
Oh, yeah.
This is with Spider-Man hanging out. $5, another $1 for this.
Yeah, I mean,
this is the finale of this arc that's been going down. And then we get the Sabretooth War.
Yeah.
Next week or next month.
This arc has been such like seemingly such like a throwaway concept, right? Like Wolverine goes and has like a bunch of team ups. But Ben Percy is so skillful with like drawing like the parallels between like him and the Hulk and him and Captain America. That was my favorite. Like, they're both like dudes at a time, but like have such drastically divergent takes on life and everything.
Yeah, and they've hooked up a lot. They've teamed up a lot.
They have, yeah.
They've teamed up.
Hey, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? But
yeah, and I'm looking
if you
forward
remember,
to this
this started with Wolverine teaming up with Ghost Rider, and that was fucking dope. So yeah, Percy's just been killing this shit. I've been really enjoying that. So, they're also putting out $125 Wonder Man early years.
Man, I thought the fucking Hawkeye run was expensive, and that's something that is actually like an amazing run.
I mean, it collects a lot of Avengers books, but
I guess, but I don't know. I guess just Wonder Man is not like a character that I like enough that I
never understood him.
I like Wonder Man on the Avengers, but like I'm not going to pay $125 for things that just showcase him,
Yeah, I never understood him. He's supposed to be coming back again. Ben Percy, who we just mentioned, is supposed to be doing something with him.
I don't know if they're still doing it, but there had been. They were going to make a TV show, but
I don't know if they're still doing that.
I think that they might have axed that. I'm not sure.
Shit, let's not talk about the start on the MCU because Kang is now gone. Avengers might be canceled.
Oh, I was wondering if we were going to go the whole episode before.
Oh my goodness! I mean,
they're not going to cancel Avengers, but
they'll rename it.
Do a lot of rewriting though.
Yeah, they might. No, I think they should just recast the character.
I mean, I'm not sure if they'll do that.
Why not?
That's the thing. They should. Marvel should do a lot of fucking things that they don't do. And I don't know, man.
I mean,
I don't know.
this is an easy. You don't even have to come with a audience suspension of disbelief thing for this one. Just like
Right.
a fucking multiverse wave happened, and now Kang looks different. Easy
I mean,
fix.
and that's you could ride that right out of the Loki show and be like, no, this is your new Kang.
Sure,
You know?
like somebody in one of the timelines sneezed on Kang and he looks different now. Whatever.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Dynamite has some okay books. They got the Starfinder issue number 4 and Vampirella versus Superpowers number 6. Thank you, Dynamite, for not giving us anything to buy because holy shit. All right, moving on. And everybody else, they have this book called 21st Century Santa Stories. These are actually kids' stories, all brand new, wholesome Santa Claus, funny, comedic stuff for kids. Great time to sell this.
Yeah, I do
Perfect time to sell this.
I love the Batman teaming up with Santa things. I love movies like Violent Night, but it is nice just to get some vanilla Santa for the kids,
Yeah, right. Eating cookies and petting reindeer, being nice.
Yeah, any good-hearted
everything has to be a
stories are
subversion.
going to be really good.
Yeah, exactly. Everything, nothing has to be a subversion, and all you have to do is give people, like Andy said, something cool, and they will gravitate to it.
Mm-hmm.
Do the opposite. Go back to what makes Santa cool, and I think this is really gonna lean into that pretty hard. And I'm anxious to get my hands on it. I got to find a copy. Bunch of variants for that. Obviously, it's Christmas time. Al Capone Vampire number 3. Ooh, a splatter western. Oh no, that's something different. Yeah, let's see what. Big Game gets collected. This is in the running for my favorite book of the fucking year. I had such a stupid time with this, and I almost felt bad. I almost felt like a guilty pleasure. Like, damn, am I that big of a Mark Millar fan?
Evidently.
It was so fun, dude.
I think when it comes down to it, everybody's a Mark Millar fan. They just don't know it yet.
Exactly. They just don't realize it. Yeah.
Amongst the normie population, there are probably a lot of properties that they have no idea are all by the same writer.
Do you like Kick-Ass? Do you like Kingsman?
Yeah, Hit Girl. Yes. Everybody I know loves that shit. Everybody I know loves that shit.
Then you're a Mark Millar fan.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really good. And he's going to continue this, this all connected thing. Everything is still connected. Borealis it's issue number 1. This is a Dark Horse book from the screenwriter of The Mask and Swamp Thing and actor Aaron Douglas, who was in Battlestar Galactica and Hemlock Grove. Now, that's a lot of shit right there, but I know all of those names. I was like, oh, I've heard of all these people. Cliff Richards, who did a Buffy book in Justice League. Just bone-chilling supernatural horror set in the wintertime. It seems pretty dope, dude. It seems really fun. Canary hits issue number 2. Children of the Comet wraps with issue number 5. That's had really fun art in it. Sissy number 2. That is on Scout Comics. That's another horror book. Creep Show over at Skybound hits issue number 4 or 5. Deviant number 2. This is James Tynion's horror Santa Claus, the serial killer Santa Claus. We were just talking about how it's so easy to use Santa Claus and make him an asshole. Well, James Tynion is doing it and having just a really great time with it. That's a really cool book. Dust hits issue number 4 over at Scout. Geiger Ground Zero. This is from Jeff Johns on his Ghost House thing. And this is the finale of this miniseries. But the next series he's doing is supposed to be bringing a lot of these characters that he's developed together in their shared universe. So that should be really fucking cool. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero hits issue number 302. Get the funeral issue. The last issue was great. I'm not really a fan of G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. I was when I was really young, but it's just got too much. Issue 300, you quit for a few years and you're just done. Godzilla Rivals, Jet Jaguar versus Megalon. This is just a one-shot over at IDW. War for Humanity number 3. Also a Godzilla book over at IDW. Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. I mean, these are some of the biggest books of the year, all coming out on the same fucking Wednesday. It's just insane. We're only in the H's.
Yeah, and hey, it's a good week for people who like historical figures with supernatural because we had Al Capone vampire earlier.
Oh, right.
Hey,
Right?
Harriet Tubman killing vampires is just the best way to go.
Yeah. Hexagon Bridge hits issue number 4 or 5. That book's just been kind of mad, but
That's been okay.
Hydra is actually a Xenoscope book, so we'll skip that. Interstellar Dust issue 1 of 4. This is like a second volume of Interstellar Dust. It's a pretty cool book, pretty just big sci-fi space adventures. Kill Your Darlings hits issue number 4. This is
God, I
the
love
end of
this
the first
book.
story arc. Yeah,
Yep.
this is a really good idea. All right. The end of the story arc in 4 issues. This is going to make this a $10 trade, $9.99. Even though Image doesn't really do those $9.99 intros anymore. This is a really good way to get people to pick up that first trade and continue your book.
Yep.
This is great. This girl's got an active imagination. It turns out that the things she imagines are real.
And this first chapter, this first arc has been really well told.
It is great pacing, amazing art. Fun characters. The characters are like all cute, but they're still like old, with attitudes.
Yeah,
it's really
the
fun.
last issue, number 3, was really just extraordinary.
It was cool, man. It was cool. Life is Strange, Forget Me Not, number 1. Life is Strange is a book that a lot of people gravitate to. It was never really my thing, but there's a new volume of that starting, I guess, 4-issue miniseries. Masters of the Universe, we got another He-Man book going on over at Dark Horse. That hits issue number 4. New Burn hits issue number 13. Again, one of the best series of the fucking year. Chip Zdarsky writing this private investigator who now works for the mob. He's a cop now working for the mob. It's a really, really fucking cool book. And we're only halfway through this list of everything else. Plot Holes hits Raps. That's Sean Gordon Murphy's book where all of these characters try to save other books. Characters from books leave their books to go fix the stories in other books. Just really high concept. AWA's got Red Light number 2 about an AI sex worker, a robot sex worker who's revolting against her creators. It's a fantastic first issue.
Yeah, that first issue was so amazing.
Yeah.
It
was so good.
It takes these issues that we're talking about in real life, to sticks it in a fictional setting, and makes it really well done.
Yeah, 100%, dude. Very, very good. Rumpus Room number 4. This is a Mark Russell book about a dude who kidnaps people and then murders them to use their body parts to stay young. But it's in this surreal sort of weird real world, quote unquote real world, where this dude's like a shitty billionaire, and it's so well done, dude. Mark Russell, it's his exact sort of thing, taking something absurd and stupid and making a point with it. He did it in Flintstones, he did it in Snagglepuss, and that's just his thing. So good. Shift is a one-shot that I'm looking forward to. This is an Image comic book. This is a one-shot in the Massiveverse, but what I've heard about this is this will help you get into the Massiveverse. Like if you read this,
so anybody who's not into the Massiveverse,
yes,
pick this up. You'll get into it real quick.
Who could have dreamed that when Radiant Black came out, what was that, like 5 years ago?
I shit all over that book. I said David had it as number one, and I was like, it was all right. It was all right.
The number one universes in the world right now.
At least a dozen titles have spun out of that at this point.
Yeah. There's 2 Radiant Black books going on. They tell 2 different stories because there's a multiversal war going on. So they tell 2 different stories every month from that book. Yeah, just wild. Spawn number 348, because it wouldn't be a week at Image without McFarlane. Spellweaver number 1. That's an all ages read over at Keen Spot. And again, just to add the cherry on top of this whole huge mosh of books, Star Trek number 15 and Star Trek Defiant number 10 both come out. I've got early looks at both of these. They're both amazing issues. They're so fucking good. They are so good.
I bet Defiant's amazing. I read the solicit for that before coming on, and I bet Defiant's
they go to Talos 4 for
a masterpiece.
Yes, for I don't even want to talk about it because I won't stop. It's that damn good. The Agent number 1 over at I think that's an AWA book. It's just your basic, magic is a myth. For others, it's a weapon. This woman is like a federal agent who happens to have magical powers. Prism hits issue number 3. TMNT Ongoing hits issue number 146.
Yeah,
Because,
this
geez,
is the,
we don't have enough fucking books.
it's the run
know,
up to 150 over
Yeah,
there at
I mean,
IDW.
that's going to be a big deal for them. That's going to be a
Yep.
really big deal for them, dude.
So next year
Total
when
Party
they hit
Killer.
150, they're gonna have a big bash over there.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too, man. Total Party Killer number 1. This is on Scout. It's a mature dark fantasy with a bloody splash of comedy for fans of Quentin Tarantino movies and Dungeons and Dragons.
Yep.
That sounds
Run with a
fucking
little TPK.
awesome. Yeah, it is $8, but
It's a big ass though.
yeah, it is a big ask for a small publisher. But Undiscovered Country, and of course, Walking Dead Deluxe number 79, because it wouldn't be a week at Image Comics without Kirkman. Holy crap, dude.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
I know. Are we there yet? I'm out of breath. Dude, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I'm not. It is a week.
Yeah, I mean, between Nightwing, Wonder Woman, Wolverine, Uncanny X-Men, Gods, just there's such a
Animal Pound.
Such a Gatling
Animal
gun,
Pound. I know. I mean, they are just.
There are weeks like this where I'm glad I only pick up the
read Marvel,
yeah, only trade,
yeah, big 2 shit and wait for the trade. Yeah, I wish I did that, but man, at least I don't have to read it before the show that we're not doing on Sunday. I can take my time.
True enough, you got 2 weeks to read these theoretically,
right? But yeah, it is a huge glut of books. Comics are like, hey, hope y'all got y'all's Christmas presents because you're fucking broke again. Anyway, awesome. Yeah, that's it. Those are the books. We would usually talk about those books next week, but we're not going to. We'll bring them up. We'll talk about, they're not ending, so we'll talk about them later. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We really appreciate it. Check out the Bullies. They didn't do a show last night. I'm not sure what they're doing next week. I mean, this is so out of character. Leroy was under the weather and didn't do a show, didn't feel well. But definitely check them out. Get links to everything they got going on at OutRightGeekery.com. It's also got links to everything we got going on. All the socials, all the audios, all the videos, all the good stuff, including the group run by Andy.
Hey, that's me.
No Bullying. Great group, honestly. So much fun. Great, geek discussion going on about all kinds of cool shit. So, yeah, please go over there. Come back. We'll be back for the new year to do a preview show, and then we're going to do our best of at some point. I don't know. We'll figure it out, Taylor, the whole schedule.
Yeah, I mean,
and Andy, too. Yeah. You got best of, but
yeah,
we want to make sure everybody who wants to be on the show. We can
sort out the details in the chat, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll figure out those details, but, yeah, looking forward to that a whole lot. Again, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, but most of all, that shit to these guys.
Hey.
Happy holidays.
We are going to do it again next time.
Same geek time, same geek channel.